to the hardware store to see my old friend Bob. I said my roof it leaks, my rug's a mess, and my front door needs a new knob. I got squirrels in my attic, I got bats in my head. Well, Bob just leaned over the counter and he shook his head and said, "You need home repairs and solutions. Home repairs and solutions. They'll fix your windows, they'll fix your house, they'll even tell you how to get rid of a mouse. Home repairs and solutions."
And welcome to the Home Repairs and Solutions Show, brought to you by Spring Mountain Air, your authorized Amana dealer. Your hosts for Home Repairs and Solutions are Mary Pearson and Mark Withers. Now here's Mary and Mark.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
You look good.
Well, thank you.
You look good today, Mr. Mark.
Well, thanks. You do too, Mary.
Thanks. You know, we dress up sometimes just to be on the radio.
Just to be on the radio. That's right.
Just so we look good.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, they say if you look good, you feel good.
It's true.
So.
Always heard that.
Always heard that too. Don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we can have a caller if they want to call in and let us know if we look good or not today. That'd be helpful.
You know, I do remember back in the day when we had the webcam in here and people could actually log on and see what you look like. Then you had to look nice. You know,
they kind of talked about bringing that back, and I'm like, don't know if you want to do that or not. And I guess they didn't, so they didn't. So I don't know. I'm sure we didn't have the final say, but it hasn't shown up yet. So
yeah, it's true.
You just have to listen
Unless
in.
they got a hidden one in here.
Yeah, I don't know.
About
Might
it.
be. I have no idea.
Yeah, look around here. See if we're being spied on or something.
You know, they can be sneaky.
That's right.
You never know. We're not very sneaky, though. We just kind of...
No, we're not sneaky.
We just kind of put it out there.
That's right. Just lay it on the line.
We
put her out there.
Well, I'm happy it's Friday.
I am too. This is, of course, always our favorite, day, and
my favorite hour of the week.
Hour of the week. That's right. So, but the sun's shining. It's a little cool out there this morning. Fall is here. That's for sure.
It is. You know, and the thing about fall though is I do like it when the trees turn and it's pretty out.
Oh
and,
yeah.
You know, it makes it just. I like all that color and stuff. But I'm not crazy about the cooler weather. But it's all right.
Yeah.
Comes with it. It's going to be a little bit nicer, I think, Sunday and maybe Monday and. I don't know. It's good. It's great. It's great furnace weather. We're busy.
True. You know, our furnace came on just the last night or two for the first time this year, and so it's a good time if you haven't done all your typical maintenance to it. You need to get it done. You need to get those filters changed and make sure it's in good, proper working order because the way our weather is here in the Ozarks. It could be snowing tomorrow. You just never know.
It could. You're right about that.
Or it could be 80 degrees and the air conditioner come back on.
I would prefer that, but
yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen. But it might. Yeah. And speaking of that, I just want to throw out there, if you're a city utilities customer, they're doing the $30 rebates again this year if you do preseason maintenance. You have till the end of November to get that done.
Really?
Yep, so call a qualified heat and air company. I would suggest Spring Mountain Air.
Well.
And get on the schedule and get that done, and don't miss out on that rebate again this year.
That's right. Absolutely.
A lot of times we have guests on the show. We have a guest on the show today. I'm really excited about. We've been trying to get him on for over a year, I think. Some people take a little more nudging than others.
Yeah, that's true.
But, we have a lot of people on the show that can come to your home and help you do things and repairs and different things. But just as important as having the right person out there, we have a lot of do-it-yourselfers out there.
Yes, we do.
And some of them are really, really good, and they can do a lot of things for themselves. What's even more important is to have the right tools for the job.
That's true, and that comes with anything, whether you're doing home maintenance, you're a home builder, you're, an auto mechanic, whatever. If you don't have the right tools, the job is not getting done right.
And it's harder to do and more frustrating and usually more costly.
Sure.
That's one thing my husband Paul always did is if there was a tool in our trade that could make it easier for our employees, safer, better for our homeowners, make it quicker, less time, time is money. He never hesitated to have the proper tools for the proper job.
Right.
And one of the places that we actually purchased a lot of our tools from over the many years was HK&W.
That's right.
And they're right here local. They're right here in Springfield. And we have Tim Tucker with us today. Tim has worked for HK&W for 20-some years. And we're going to talk about tools today. So all of you guys or gals out there, if you have questions about tools or want to know what the right tool is for a certain job, you need to give us a call
That's
today.
right, you
and
do.
why don't you give out those numbers?
Well, those numbers are 862-9977, 1-800-375-0056, or if you want to send us a text message, you can do that at 417-838-3192, and we'll get your question on the air and try to answer it.
Yes, and today is the day to ask that question about tools because we
That's
do have
right.
the expert here. I'm certainly not an expert on tools. I have a garage full. I don't even know what to do with them. You probably know more about tools than I do, Mark, I'm sure, but Tim here is our expert today. So welcome to the show. You finally came on the show, Tim. I'm glad to have you.
Well, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I know it's been a while. You had some kind of things changing going on with the store and different things, so we had to kind of wait till the time was right for you, but it's great to have you on today. And you might want to kind of let people know what HK&W has to offer.
Well, we got to offer tools that you can't find in their big box stores and stuff like that, specialty tools. We carry the industrial line of tools, which, and we also do repairs on tools.
Yeah, we've had a lot of tools repaired with you guys.
Yes.
A lot of times, especially some of those industrial tools and different things like that, you can. It's less expensive to repair them than replace them.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
And also we got people there that are knowledgeable and know what they're talking about and can fix you up and get you taken care of.
Now I know that you have a lot of contractors that you service with tools and different things, but you also have homeowners can come in.
Oh yeah, we have homeowners come in that want decent tools, something they get what they pay for, and we just let them know what we got and take care of them.
What I like about you guys is not only are you knowledgeable about the tools, but that you will service that tool as well. You know, sometimes you go to a big box store and they'll sell you something, but they don't really know, they don't even know really how it works.
No.
And then if you have an issue or if you need a repair or something like that, then that's a whole nother phenomenon you have to deal with.
Oh, yeah.
Where with you guys, you can, take it to you guys and you guys can check it out. Let them know, what it's going to take to fix it. I'm sure you've probably seen some tools that were beyond repair.
Oh, yeah.
We've had a few of those. Sometimes the employees, like we won't mention names, but I believe it was my son, left the back door of the truck open one time and some tools fell out on the pavement. You can't always repair those tools, depending on how hard they hit the pavement and if the guy behind you runs over it.
Yeah,
So,
that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Yep.
So some of those are beyond repair, but you guys do a great job on repairing things as well.
And also we sell parts. And if you want to fix it yourself, then we can get you the breakdowns and things like that and take care of it for you and get you the parts so you can do it yourself too.
You have a question, Gary?
Yes, I have a question. I happen to have bought an air compressor at a garage sale I know nothing about. Is it wise to have it looked over by a professional before I use it? Or do those things need regular maintenance, I should say? Like a furnace,
Needs regular maintenance, yeah.
Needs regular maintenance. Or do you just wait till it breaks to bring it into you?
Well, most people wait till it breaks or beyond to bring it to us. But yeah, they do. They do take regular maintenance. If it's a oil compressor, you need to change the oil in it twice a year.
Oh, okay.
And it's got air filters on it, so it filters the air when it comes out or when it goes into the compressor.
So it'd be wise to have that air compressor looked at from time to time by a professional to see what...
Yeah, if you want to keep it going.
Okay.
It depends on what brand it is, too.
Couldn't tell you that.
There's a lot of contractors out there that use tools every day that couldn't tell you.
And here's
The
another
brand.
question.
What brand they got.
That's true. I know a lot of these big air compressors are in businesses. Like, do you go on site and look at them also, or do they need to bring them in?
Most of them, if they're too big to bring in, we'll go on site and look at them. It depends on what brand it is and stuff, and if we can get parts for it. There's a lot of off brands out there that we don't carry parts for, but sometimes you can get them on the websites or something like that and fix them yourself. But
That was a good question, Gary. I didn't know that about air compressors. I think I have some of those, and I don't know that I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I think I have some around the shop somewhere.
yeah, you should put a lighter weight oil in it in the wintertime. That way,
Is that if you're going to use it, or if it's just going to sit there?
well, no, if you're going to use it,
Okay.
like if you use it all the time.
Okay.
Heavier weight in the summertime.
Really?
And it's like the lighter weight in the wintertime helps the oil circulate faster in the compressor.
Oh.
So it
okay.
lubricates it faster and
Okay.
Makes the life last a lot longer.
I did not know that. We do have a caller on the line this morning, though. We have Larry right here in Springfield. Good morning, Larry.
Good morning, guys. appreciate it. Do you, at HK&W, you carry a line of batteries, or can you get the old the Li-ion batteries and those type of batteries for the handheld tools?
Yeah, we can. The NiCad batteries are slowly discontinuing,
Right.
but they still have them. With the new setups they're coming out with now, with the tool kits and everything, if you need more than one battery, you're almost better off to buy a new kit.
Do you rebuild any of the batteries, or is that possible? Or
no, there's places in town that do rebuild batteries, but no, we don't rebuild batteries. We only sell the brand name for the tool.
For the DeWalt, for instance.
Yeah, we have a DeWalt tool. We have accessories. We don't carry the tools as much.
And the batteries you can get.
Yes, we got batteries on the shelf back there.
Thank you. And where are you guys located?
We're at 610 Chestnut Expressway, down by the main post office.
That's a perfect description. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Thanks for your call, Larry.
Yes.
See, I don't know very much about tools, so I'm not really sure what to ask or what to talk about. Because, like I said, I have a garage full, and I don't even know what they are or what to do. But my neighbors do. My neighbors appreciate my garage.
I'm sure.
They come over and go, "You got this, you got that, you got this." Well, and something else that you guys do is not only do you handle tools and stuff, but you handle like screws and nails and all that stuff too, right?
Yeah,
Is that correct? And
self-drilling screws, cabinet screws, screws for metal buildings, sheetrock screws, deck screws. Got a large selection of screws.
yeah, so that's something else that that maybe people don't think about when they think about HK&W, that you do have that as well.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a tool, I know that we bought a tool from you guys, some sort of staple gun thing. I'm not sure what it was for, but why did we buy that, Tim?
Upholstery? Was it the upholstery stapler?
No, I don't know what we did with it. Anyway, we just bought it like last year or something. Anyway, but you sell all the staples and everything that go with the gun as well. So once you buy a tool there, if it's like this staple gun, it's got like looks like a little belt with all the staples in it, and you feed it in. And I don't know what we did with it, but anyway, I still have it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I still have it. I'm sure one of my neighbors will find a use for it at some point. But
Yeah.
Yeah, every stapler we have, or every pneumatic tool that we sell to, we have all the nails for what we sell. And we got some other staples we can make usually something fit, because a lot of brands take the same staple.
okay.
That's a nice thing though, to go to someplace like HK&W is there's nothing more aggravating than buying something and not having the accessories to go with it, just like a staple gun, nail gun, whatever. You want to be able to get your nail staples to go with that gun. And so it's frustrating when you go into a big box store, you go back to get more. If you don't really know what you're looking for, there's nobody there that's going to, they don't know, they're like, well, these might work, whatever.
Oh, they're on aisle 3 on the left side by the paint.
Yeah, but it's nice to go somewhere where you, service. That's the main thing, where you get the service and the product. And
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. I agree with you. Nothing is more frustrating for me than to go somewhere and try to, I'll tell you what, I wish you sold light bulbs. Light bulbs are driving me crazy.
We do sell a heavy service light bulb for your treble lights and stuff like that.
No, I need them for my soffit outside my house.
Oh,
and I need some little, and I can't, it's driving me nuts to try and find these. Light bulbs is making me crazy.
And we were talking about that this morning at the coffee shop, how much the light bulb industry has changed, because we have an electrician comes in there all the time. And, a lot of people going to, these LEDs. And I seen a piece on the news the other day about how, now for your screw-in bulbs, like we used to get the old 60-watt, 75-watt, I guess they're incandescent bulbs. Now you can get the LEDs. They're very, very expensive, but they're supposed to last for years and years and save you all kinds of energy and stuff. So the light bulb industry is really changing. And if you don't go someplace that really kind of knows what's going on, I go in and get light bulbs a lot of times for our houses, and I just stand there and look at it because I don't know what to get anymore. I mean, it's
there's
confusing.
there's rows and aisles and aisles of them.
Yeah, and none of them make any sense to me.
No, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have no idea. But so for like industrial type lighting and stuff, you sell those bulbs.
Yeah, the heavy service bulbs so that you can drag them like through a crawl space and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Well, I know that's where we bought our lights and stuff from you guys, and that's important because there is a big difference in those. What do you call those lights with the little cages around them, the little handheld?
Oh, the quartz or the halogen
with the cords
lights.
and the whatever you drag them. I know that especially in our industry, that our guys are dragging those under crawl spaces and all that, and if you don't have a heavy duty light that can handle that, you are going to be replacing those suckers all the time. Because they break and fall apart and tear up, and we bought heavy duty ones from you guys, and we've had them for years. They really have held up nice, and they put out a really good quality light so our guys can see, and it's just the tools are just important.
Yeah,
it's important.
They're probably dragging them out by the cords and stuff.
Oh well, of course they are.
Sure,
of course they are.
I've done it.
Well, everybody's done it.
Everybody's done it, and there's nothing more aggravating than getting way back under a house. And you buy a bulb from a discount store and you put it in there and you just barely bump that thing against something and the bulb goes out. And here you are back here in the dark.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's aggravating. So
it is.
We got a caller holding on. Let's talk to Jarrett here in Springfield. Go ahead, Jarrett.
Hello, Mark. How are you all?
Hey, good. How are you?
I take it you know this guy.
I do. I know that voice.
I want to do a little plug for HK&W. I've not so much anymore since I retired, but over the years I've been down there many a time. Bought lots of tools, lots of supplies and things. Just a great store. The guys down there are just as friendly as they could be. High quality tools. Repair service is just, well, it's just, everything's affordable. Just a great store. It's I don't do this for everybody, but I had to for HK&W. They're great.
Well, Jarrett, we appreciate that very much.
Okay, you all have a good day, and I'll be talking to you later.
Okay, good hearing from you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much for calling. That was a great call. Folks, you never know what's going to happen on this show. You can't pay for that.
Yeah.
So there you go. When you have a caller call in that's used their services, and it's one thing for me to sit here and say we've used them and all that, but when you have someone totally unsolicited call in, that's great.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, I've known Jarrett for several years, and I've recommended him for lots of jobs because he did before he retired. He was doing great work, and when he says something, he means it. I mean, he's not just blowing smoke, as they say.
I don't think he's ever called in before that I can remember on the show.
Yeah, no, he used to call in, but like I say, since he's retired, well, I don't hear from him very much, but used to back when I was doing this for Herman's. He was one of our best listeners and callers.
Well,
and,
great.
Has done a lot of work for a lot of our different realtors over in our office and stuff. But when he says something, he means it.
Yeah.
That's the thing about him, and so appreciate that.
And he's still listening. That's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's great.
Yep. Good to hear from him.
Yeah, it was.
But that's the main thing is you want to walk into a place where you're going to be treated friendly. You're not going to be treated like an idiot. Because a lot of us, hey, let's face it, we don't know really what we're going to get. And I've been in some places that deals more with professional people, and they look at us do-it-yourselfers like, you shouldn't even be in here. And, you're just trying to get the proper tool or get something fixed, and it's nice to go in a place where you're treated friendly. And
people come in and ask us or, tell us what they are needing and what they're doing, then we can...
Or what their project is.
Yeah, and we can set them up with something that's going to work for them.
So now I see you have a Makita shirt on, but what all lines of tools do you carry?
Makita, Skill, Milwaukee, Bosch. We carry that Fiend brand of it's a oscillating tool that a lot of people are starting to use now. They're the sole maker of the tool, so it's a little more expensive than what you see at some of the box stores of the off brands that make different ones, but it's the best one out there.
Right.
But
what's the in your opinion, what's the best line of power tools out there?
We
right now?
have real good luck with Makita and Bosch both. Milwaukee's good too. A lot of plumbers, electricians.
When Milwaukee was, that was the tool. If you had
Mm-hmm.
Milwaukee, you had, but I know there's some really good other brands out there now
Yeah,
too.
we've had real good luck with the Makita cordless systems.
Right.
The small impact drivers that people use now, and their hammer drills,
right,
and stuff. So it's
Cordless is good.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times we've had people cut our cords in too, or drill holes in them, or
cordless is good if you use them for what they're supposed to be used for.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Sometimes you need to drag out the cord.
And do you repair cords too, don't you?
We replace ends on them.
Replace
and stuff. Yeah. And we sell end replacements. The OSHA approved end replacements for the cords.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we've had that happen more than once in our business for sure.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, the tool's fine, the cord's not.
The cord's not.
Yeah. Carpenters do it a lot. Cut the cords.
Yeah.
With their saws.
I'll bet.
Yeah.
I'll bet they do.
Yeah. I'm still old fashioned. I'll still drag a cord out. My and I just finally the last year or two got me a cordless drill. After all this time, I had me a DeWalt, just a regular, with a cord on it, and man, I used that thing, used it, and it was just hard for me to switch to cordless. But I tell you, there's places that
they're nice, aren't they?
They're nice. I mean, but like you said, you got to use them in the the proper proper area.
Yeah, and they're putting lights on them now too, where you pull the trigger a little bit and the light comes on. And it's good for cabinet people
I have
and
one
stuff
of those.
Like that. Yep.
I actually learned how to use it the other day. I can even run that sucker backwards now.
Can you? Push
Yeah,
the
buddy.
button?
I can take screws in or out of the wall now. Yeah, I had to learn that after the fire when I was trying to put stuff back up. And it has a little light on it. You're right. That's pretty handy.
Yeah.
To have that little light on there. So the only downfall is you got to remember to charge the battery.
Yeah. And that's something too that a lot of people don't do. They don't keep the batteries charged. A homeowner sometimes doesn't use it as much as it should be used, and the batteries do go bad. If they charge it once a month or so and keep a charge on it, their batteries will last longer instead of waiting 8 months later after they don't,
Oops, I think I'm past the 8-month mark. I better go and
a lot of
charge
people
it.
do, but it's better if you can charge it once a month and not leave it in the charger and keep your chargers unplugged after because they got solid circuit boards and stuff in them that you get surges in your electricity and things like that, and sometimes it'll bump that circuit board out.
Right. Yeah.
But
is it about time for a break, Mr. Gary?
You didn't give us the signal. We just kept talking.
I know. We just keep talking and talking.
Guess we'll take a break, or we'll be in trouble.
That's right. We'll be back with more home repairs and solutions right after this. Now, if you've got a problem and you don't know what to do, your siding's going bad and you're plagued with green mildew. Well, your faucets, they all drip and your sinks are all clogged up too. Well, there's no need to worry. I'll tell you what you can do. Just call Home Repairs and Solutions. Home Repairs and Solutions. They'll fix your windows, they'll fix your house. They'll even tell you how to get rid of a mouse. Home Repairs and Solutions.
Here's news on the Ozarks News Network. A man from Fair Grove is dead and a man from Springfield is under arrest following a crash on I-44. Stephen Raby of Fair Grove was killed when his pickup truck was rear-ended near St. Robert. Raby was thrown from his truck as it ran off the highway and hit a culvert. The Missouri Highway Patrol arrested the other driver, 23-year-old Scott Schwegman, on suspicion of being intoxicated. Marijuana was allegedly found in his car. A woman from Camdenton has been seriously injured in a crash in rural Camden County. 41-year-old Michelle Fennell was hurt when thrown from her car as it flipped off Highway BB. And 6 people are in jail in Monette following a drug bust that began in Oklahoma. Deputies there discovered illegal drugs in an SUV being transported along I-40. They followed the vehicle to its intended destination in Monette, where the 6 were arrested. The drugs had an estimated street value of more than $2 million. For the Ozarks News Network, I'm Arlen Summers.
And join us for America's First News, Monday through Saturday at 6:05 a.m. on the Wall Street Journal this morning on AM 560 KWTO.
Why pay more just to fight about it? At Affordable Legal Services, a division of Pycheck Law Firm, our attorneys charge reasonable, flat fees for cooperative divorces. Perhaps you both agree that change is necessary, but don't want to pay 2 attorneys to fight about it. And you certainly don't want to risk legal doom by filing through an online service. Call us at 882-5858 or visit us at ozarkslawfirm.com. The choice of an attorney is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
The Missouri State Bears return this weekend for homecoming against South Dakota State, and our coverage begins at noon with the Bank of Missouri's Bears First, with me, Cedric Randall. You know, the Bank of Missouri is your hometown bank supporting the hometown team. It's our hometown commitment to you, the Bank of Missouri. All the maroon madness of homecoming begins on the radio this Saturday at noon, the Bank of Missouri's Bears First on 101.3 KTXR.
Join the Missouri State University Pride Bands, the Choral Ensemble, and special guest speaker Jim Bohannon in a musical salute to our veterans Sunday, November 10th at 4 p.m. at the Juanita K. Hammonds Hall for the Performing Arts. Presented by Eric and Pat Seckler, American Dehydrated Foods, and Meyer Communications.
This is Hosey Ballou with Point of Blue, brought to you by People's Bank of the Ozarks. And next Tuesday, we're going to be talking about personal responsibility. Will.
Now, are we talking about that because of something I've done? Or
not this time.
This is not an intervention.
No, it is not.
All right, that's Tuesday at 10 a.m. on KWTO. People's Bank of the Ozarks presents Point of Blue.
Sunshine gives way to clouds today with a shower or 2 in the afternoon and evening. It will be breezy with a high 57. Clearing and chilly later tonight, low 37. Then a mostly sunny day tomorrow with a high of 60 and a low tomorrow night of 41. For Sunday, partly to mostly sunny skies and remaining breezy with a high 67. Partly sunny for Monday, high 63. I'm AccuWeather's Kevin Snyder.
It's 51 degrees at AM 560 KWTO.
Well, I went down to the hardware store to see my old friend Bob. I said my roof it leaks, my rug's a mess, and my front door needs a new knob. I got squirrels in my attic, I got bats in my head. Well, Bob just leaned over the counter and he shook his head and said, you need home repairs and solutions. Home repairs and solutions. They'll fix your windows, they'll fix your house, they'll even tell you how to get rid of a mouse. Home repairs and solutions.
And welcome back to Home Repairs and Solutions, brought to you by Spring Mountain Air, your authorized Amana dealer. If you want to have a question for our host, please call, or our guests, please call 862-9977, 1-800-375-0056, or if you text,
you can text at 417-838-3192, and we'll read it on the air if you're shy.
That's right. If you don't want to be seen on the radio, you can text us.
That's right. You can text us. Nobody will see you.
Nobody will see you. That's for sure.
Yep. Yeah.
If you've just tuned in, though, we are talking with Tim Tucker today. He is with HK&W. HK&W is located here in Springfield on Chestnut and has been here for several years. It's a great place if you're looking for tools or screws or any kind of accessory type things in the building industry, repairs on your tools. We've used them to do lots of tool repair for us in the past, and they do a great job for us. So looks like we have a caller already. We'll take our call first, and we have Pat with us from Springfield. Good morning, Pat.
Good morning. Not a tool question, but a leak question.
Okay.
Walkout basement. French doors, got a patio, concrete patio pad outside, and I guess what's happening when it rains sometimes I get a little leakage inside the basement, must be coming under the 2x6 sill plate. I'm not sure what you call that 2x6 there on the concrete floor of the basement. But I was wondering, and the concrete pad, the patio pad, it was set about an inch lower. The grade's probably not exactly what it ought to be, but at least it is an inch lower than the foundation upon which the sill plate sits. And I was wondering, so there's a seam there, between the sill plate and the foundation.
Right.
And I was wondering how best to seal that.
Well, being that, when a house is built now, we put a piece of what they call sill sealer. Is actually what it's called. It's a piece of foam sealant that goes down between that plate and the top of your foundation. So
that was done on the concrete wall, on the concrete walls, but I'm not sure it was down there on the walkout.
Okay. So now you're actually wanting to put some sealer where the plate sits. You're not talking where the plate sits on the top of the foundation, right? Okay. Okay.
I guess.
Yeah, just probably silicone would be the best thing to seal that with. You don't not a whole lot of choices now that it's down and everything.
MP1 would work too.
Yeah.
Sonoborn product.
Yeah.
That we carry there at HK&W.
Yeah.
What was the product again?
MP1. It's a neoprene sealant.
Sealant.
It stays flexible.
That sounds good.
It's about one of the best sealers out there for our concrete like that.
Okay, MP1.
Yes.
Where's your store?
It's at 610 Chestnut Expressway by the main post office.
Okay, gotcha.
It's just west of the post office there.
Yeah, I got you. I know where you're at.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll stop by. Is that come in a tube or a can?
Yeah, it comes in a caulking tube. You can. It's got different colors. You can get different colors if you have to match something close to it, or if you just need concrete color. They got it in an aluminum gray.
Yeah, that'd work. That'd probably be the best to use. And clean up as best you can. Maybe wire brush.
Yeah, get all the dust off of it so it adhere to it.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And the nice thing about that is it'll expand, or it'll flex with when your wood expands and contracts and stuff. And that's really what you want. It's a good product.
Yeah.
So, and I did have a text that they wanted me to ask you a question.
What's the question?
The question is, well, let me find it here. Says, can you ask Tim if they sell brush hog tires and do they install
I know who that is.
So. I know who that is too. That's why he didn't call.
That's why he wanted my number.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
you carry brush hog tires, Tim?
I want to get him some tires.
No. Got some tires coming for you, son.
You're not.
That's what he was up to.
Yeah. Where you're going to install them is going to be the other story.
He was worried about me running the show.
One thing we haven't given out, Tim, is your phone number over there in case someone needs to call and talk to someone over there before they head down there. What's your phone number?
417-869-7624.
And when is your store? Are you just open Monday through Friday, Saturday? What's your hours?
7 to 5 on Monday through Friday and 7 to noon on Saturday.
There you go. For your do-it-yourselfers that have to work during the week, you can go on Saturday.
Just got to get out of bed.
Got to get out of bed.
Yeah. Butt out of bed.
Before noon.
Go to HK&W.
That's right. That's right. And, something we were talking about at the break, I remember when I was a little girl, and my grandpa was quite the builder, and he was always doing projects. And I remember going with him to the local hardware store, and he would buy nails and screws and stuff and put it in a bag and weigh them and buy them like that. And I love to go do that because I like to, he'd set the bag in the little scale thing, and I got to fill it up until he told me to stop. And that was just fun for me when I was little. I got to help my grandpa do that. Well, it's a lot cheaper if you can buy things like that way.
Yes.
You go to a big box store and they, you got 4 screws in a little plastic container and it's, $8. That's a little pricey. You said HK&W still sells bulk like that.
Yeah, we buy bulk boxes of screws, quarter keg boxes of screws, and then we weigh them out to sell them by the 100
So
or 200, 300,
yeah,
1,000,
there you
or
go.
whatever you need.
So you can get whatever quantity you need. You don't have to go buy 6 boxes at the hardware store or whatever, and then, you need 5 boxes and 2 more screws. Then you got like a whole box left. So that's something else that I didn't realize you guys did until we were just talking about that at the break. So
Yeah, we do it with all our screws, even with our anchors, different other anchors that we carry, concrete anchors, wedge anchors, stuff like that you bolt plates down to the floor or to a concrete wall and stuff.
So that way you can go buy the quantity you need instead of trying to buy
Mm-hmm.
close to the quantity you
Right.
need. See, I think that's a great thing to do. I might just come and work at the store someday and just measure out people's stuff for them, just
Yeah,
like I
you
used
can
to.
do that.
That'd be fun.
We get tired of doing it.
I'll bet you do. I can do. I'll do that for a day. Yeah, you can buy me lunch or something. It'd be good.
Yeah.
That was
Well,
always one of the charming things I thought about when I went to work for Herman Lumber back several years ago. We still had the big nail bins, and
Yeah.
we would sell nails and stuff by the pound.
Yeah.
And man, it was a pain when you was really busy to have to go back there and weigh those out. But where else could you go to buy your nails and stuff and screws by the pound? And yeah, I know many a time there's been like I just maybe needed half a pound. And you go into these, big box stores, they're all pre-boxed. You have to buy them either a pound or you buy a 5 pound. And as a matter of fact, I had to do it yesterday for a little old job we had going. I needed a handful of drywall screws, and I had to buy a whole box.
You went to the wrong store.
I went to the wrong store.
Now you know.
And the sad part about it is I passed up HK&W because I never thought about it.
Oh.
And I did. The job I was doing is right over there close to HK&W, and I drove right by.
Oh, my goodness.
Dumb me.
Well, you won't do that again.
No, I won't. I definitely won't. I will stop.
Not only did you waste money buying the product, you waste money on gas.
That's true.
You could have been right there and back to work a lot quicker.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about if I want to get back to work that much quicker, but
could have had time to stop somewhere
could
else.
have had time to stop somewhere else
and done something fun.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go.
That is right. So, but where you guys are down there, and I definitely want people to keep you in mind because of the fact that in this part of town there is hardly anything anymore where you can go buy some screws and stuff like that. So people need to remember HK&W.
Yeah, and we carry a quality screw too. I mean,
and there is a difference. I didn't know that, but yeah, there is.
Yeah, some of them snap off.
Yeah,
things like that.
Oh,
yeah, or the when you try and screw them in, the head strip out because the metal's softer. Or what I don't know what the problem is there, but yeah, I tried to. I had to replace a little magnetic closure thing on my closet, and I was trying to. I don't know why this happens, but there was 4 screws. The first 3 came out great. Do you think that 4th one just gave me fits because the head had kind of stripped out a little bit, and so it was hard to get the screwdriver to grab in there. If there's 4 screws, there's one that's going to give me fits.
Oh yeah,
that's Murphy's Law.
I guess it happens to me every time. So so there is a difference. There's just a difference in quality and tools and screws and nails, just like there's anything else.
And the bit tips you use too. We carry a good quality Apex bit tip, which are hardened, not like some of them you get at the box stores and stuff where they're soft metal and they last a lot longer.
Yeah, that's
a little more expensive, but they last. The wear on them pays for what they cost.
And you carry saw blades and all kinds of
saw blades and grinding wheels, abrasives.
Yeah, lots of different things.
Yeah, wire brushes for your grinders, stuff like that, to clean up metal with, and so yeah, we got a lot of products there. My
suggestion for all of our listeners is if you have a project and you're a do-it-yourselfer, or if you're a contractor, they take care of a lot of contractors too. If there's something you need, a tool, a screw, a bit, or something like that, before you run all over town or to the big box store or something, call HK&W. See if they have it available. Go by and talk to these guys. They're great guys. They're local. Their money is being spent local. It's helping our local economy. The big box stores, you spend your money there, but it goes to a lockbox and who knows where, and the money goes who knows where. It doesn't really get put back into the economy like our local people here do. So, yeah. And they're open on Saturday.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Wonderful.
Yes, it is.
And get all of your broken tools out that, you knocked the end off or that you did something, and instead of buying new stuff all the time, see if they can fix it for you. Do a little bit of repair, you know.
Yeah.
Quit piling up all that stuff in the corner of the garage.
Yeah. Believe me, I've done it.
Fix it so you can use it.
Yep.
And a lot of them tools you buy at Walmart or other places like that.
Well, some are throwaway.
Throwaways,
yeah,
yes.
Absolutely. Some of them
Yes.
are.
If you paid $59 for a cordless tool with the battery and everything in it, usually the switch or something like that's going to cost $29 or $30, or the battery charger is going to are going to cost, more than what the whole setup was.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
Well, in those instances, sure. But if you've got a good quality tool, and I know a lot of the good contractors buy good quality tools, and they probably know about you guys anyway. I know that you do take care of a lot of those guys, and so. But for our listeners, I was wanting to bring you on because a lot of the homeowners, a lot of do-it-yourselfers might not have known about you guys. For a while, I thought that you just catered mostly to professional contractors. I didn't realize that you dealt with homeowners and stuff like you did. And so I wanted our listeners to know that and give them an opportunity to go to someone local who's friendly and knows what they're doing and what they're talking about and can help you with the right tool or the right product, whatever that might be, just like the gentleman who called a while ago.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you guys had that.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he's not the only one that has that issue.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Forrest has been there. The owner of HK&W has been there 40 years now. So he's.
Yep, he's
so he ought to have it figured out by now.
Yeah.
He's got it figured out. Well, and you've been there for over 20.
Yeah.
A lot of the employees have been there
the same
20 years. I mean, so these guys have been there for a long time. They know what they're talking about. They know what they're doing. Give them an opportunity to help you out and make your life easier.
Yep, that's right.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, it is.
I think our repairman Howard back there in the back, he's been there over 30, I think. So.
Wow. Now, if someone brings a tool in for repair, is it something? What's your turnaround time? Does it depend on the tool? Can you get it repaired and back fairly quickly, or is it something that
Well, we do carry a lot of parts. We got a good parts, but we also get in a lot of tools a day. So. We usually try to have it back as quickly as we can.
Yeah, just kind of depends on the workload. Well, I didn't know for sure.
And if we have to order it.
Yeah.
With the economies going the way it is, a lot of the companies aren't stocking parts like they did.
That's true.
10 years ago. And I imagine you see that with your air conditioning
We do.
parts and
That's
stuff
even
too.
in our industry. Yeah, they don't. Well, and for a while, for many years when we were doing new construction, we had inventory brought in once every Friday. So on Monday, we had the full inventory stock. We were ready to go. We were rocking and rolling. But, you don't want to type your capital like that anymore. And so we've kind of run into that a little bit as well. For the most part, most of all of the main parts and the most common ones, are available immediately. But if you get into one of those weird off-ball situations, then sometimes we have to order it in and wait a couple days. But I think that's just everybody. People are just tightening up a little bit, and they're not having their money sitting on a shelf like they did in the past.
And a lot of companies make us have minimum orders, too, on parts. And so we have to get so many parts on a pad before we can order it. And then if it's got to come from China, you got to wait on...
Got to wait on the boat.
Slow boat from China.
Yeah. Well, then I would say if you have a repair or something, just take it in and talk to them about it, and they can give you an idea of what it would take to.
Yeah, they'll tell you if it's worth fixing.
Oh, sure.
And explain to you why and
see that is very important, because if your tool's not worth fixing, you don't want to spend money on a tool that's not worth fixing. You don't want to take it in there and say, well, here, fix this, and then just do it and say, oh well, whatever, his problem.
Yeah.
They won't do that to you. They'll say, this probably isn't worth the cost to fix it. And that sometimes is worth a lot just in itself.
Yep, that's for sure. It is.
So.
Yeah, we try to keep in mind how we would like to be treated.
Sure, absolutely.
And we go from there.
Well, and I know that you have long-term customers. That speaks a lot for a company when you have the same clients come back and do business with you for years and years. We were still are one of your long-term customers. I know we ordered something the other day and you dropped it by for us. So that makes it easy for us too. We don't always have time. If you're in business, you don't always have time as a business owner to run out and pick something up. And Tim's been real good to, if we call and need something, he'll drop it by for us. Our guys aren't always able to run by and pick it up.
Right.
We can't always get out of the office. to run by and get stuff. So to have that kind of service is still really, really important. I don't know that you get a big box store to do that for you. Call up a big box store and say, I need a drill bit. Can you deliver that this afternoon?
Uh-huh.
They'd say, we're open from this time to this time. Yeah.
Yeah, if you even get
after
you
get through the press ones, stand on your head, wave high, and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's true. That is true. So, well, it's been neat having you on today because it's let a lot of folks know who you are and where you are. Even though you've been in business for years, I'm sure there's a lot of folks that didn't realize who HK&W were.
Yeah, and Springfield's grows so fast. You know, and there's a lot of people around that's wasn't around 40 years.
Yep, absolutely, that's for sure. So one more time before we run out of time, give your phone number and location again.
610 Chestnut Expressway by the main post office, and 417-869-7624.
And this is the time of year when people are doing a lot of projects, outside stuff and different things. So, good time of year if you got a project going, go down and visit with these guys and see what they can do to help you out.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we enjoy coming down.
That's great.
And they're super friendly.
Yes, they are. That means a lot right there.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
I don't like a grouchy salesperson. I'm trying to spend money with you, and you're chewing me out. What's up?
Yeah,
with that?
really. Yeah.
But you kind of get that. If they're an employee of a big box store, but maybe they're not being treated the best either. You never know what the situation is.
Treated at all.
Or treated at all. But you go to a local home-owned business like HK&W, been here for 40 years, they're going to take good care of you. They live in this community. They're going to see you different places and out and about. So you're going to get A1 treatment.
That's right.
And that's hard to find. It's hard to find good service anymore. It really is. So that's worth a lot.
As a buddy of mine saying, there's no curb service anymore.
That's true. You have to pump your own gas and everything. They don't check the. I remember they used to check the air in the tires and wash your windshield and pump your gas and oh my.
Yeah.
That don't happen no more.
Still a couple places in town do that, isn't there?
Are there? I don't know.
Yeah, not very many. Tim probably remembers Joe Gamble used to be right there at the corner of Chestnut and Benton or Kimbrough at the little station there where the subway is, He always come out and he checked your oil, he washed your windows, he did it all, back a few years ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice? You know what? I almost think if you put in a business like that and you gave that kind of impeccable service, I think you'd be overrun with clientele.
Oh, yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, I think so.
Now I get annoyed if the credit card reader doesn't work.
Yeah, really. That's
like, what do you mean it didn't work? What do you mean I got to go in?
Yeah, no doubt. So, Oldest Hottie, we need to tell about that.
Oldest Hottie, we're coming to the end of that. You have till the end of this month. If you want to enter the Oldest Hottie contest and have the opportunity to win a free gas furnace installed, the entire thing is at no cost to the winner. Give Spring Mountain Air a call. That number is 831-4036. We'll take your name, send a technician out, get the data plate information. Very simple. There's no surprises. Whoever has the oldest furnace is the winner. We will announce that on the show. That's the 31st, so we'll probably announce it the following show.
Okay.
Sometime in first part of November. So we'll let you know who won that. And
what if I have a rental property that has an old Hottie?
No, I'm sorry. You have to owner occupy the home. There are a few little rules. We have about 3 rules. You have to owner occupy the home. You have to be in our service area, and you do have to have existing ductwork to hook it up to. A brand new gas furnace is not going to do you any good if you don't have any ductwork.
That's true. It won't.
So, and your furnace does not have to be operational. We've had that question. It does not have to be operating. So if you have a furnace that's been sitting there and you've been using electrical devices plugged in all over the house to heat your house, you can still call us and sign up. Also, if you signed up last year and didn't win, you can still enter again this year. We don't have any prerequisites on that either.
Great.
So.
Sounds good. I did have another text, by the way.
You did?
Yeah, but all he said was, hey, I just wanted to say hi to Porter and Dolly.
Well, hello, whoever that was.
Or Buck and Roy.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's probably closer.
Yeah. Hey, tomorrow, the big Cruising for Cleavage.
Yes.
Motorcycle charity ride to benefit the Breast Cancer Foundation, the Ozarks.
If you didn't pre-sign up, you can sign up. Go down there and sign up.
Yep. Starts about 9:30 in the morning over Don and Sons Motorcycle Shop over on West Chestnut Expressway.
That's right.
Yeah.
So all you motorcycle people, get out and support Breast Cancer Foundation.
That's right. So, Well,
I think that's the end of the show.
I think so.
They're going to cut us off.
Yeah, it's been great having you on.
Thanks for having me on.